Hey there, interwebs. If there are two things I love, they're my girlfriend and cute pictures of misunderstood animals. The other two things I really like are heraldry and vexillology, the study of flags, and for the same reasons. Good armorial achievements and flags are both pretty things to look at, but also have deep symbolism when you know the backstory. That's why I'm launching a new series where I talk about US state flags. I call it Flagshaming, because most of these flags are going to suck. I'm not just here to tear down, though. I want to build up, so for every flag that I think needs to be replaced or improved, I'll be offering at least one redesign of my own making. Before we can begin, though, I want to cover some terminology and guidelines. The side closest to the flagpole is called the hoist, the side farthest away is called the fly end, and the width is the fly. The upper left is known as the canton, and although the center may seem like prime real estate when viewed flat on a table, the canton is the most visible part when the flag hangs motionless on the pole. The background is called the field. The North American Vexillological Association, or NAVA, has put out a short pamphlet outlining the 5 basic principles of flag design. The PDF is linked in the description if you're interested, but I'm going to go over them here and now. Number 1. Keep it simple, stupid. The flag should be so simple a child can draw it from memory, or at least get close enough that the layperson would recognize it. Not everyone can draw a skull, but everyone can draw something that at least looks like a pirate flag. When designing a flag, it helps to start with a canvas that's about 1 by 1.5 inches, because that at 12 to 15 inches from your eye is about the same relative size as a flag atop a pole 100 feet away. If it can only be deciphered in squint-o-vision as a stamp, it won't make a good flag. Number 2. Use meaningful symbolism. This is fairly self-explanatory, and I'd hope it would be obvious. When I was designing my second personal flag, I hesitated before I included the skull, because although I like skulls, I wasn't sure if it was appropriately symbolic. Then I looked at my skull sugar spoon in my Jolly Roger coffee mug, the skull-patterned pajama pants, skull ring, and skull bracelet I was wearing, the 3 separate skull posters on the wall behind the computer monitor, and the real raccoon skull adorning my wardrobe. The only people with a better claim to a skull flag are phrenologists and actual pirates. Number 3. Use 2 to 3 basic colors. The standard set is red, blue, green, yellow, black, and white. Purple, orange, gray, and brown can also be used, but aren't as common or don't look as good. A major successful exception to this rule is the Pride flag, which uses 6 different colors, including purple and orange. The Philly Pride flag includes black and brown, too, but many people don't like how their addition disrupts the otherwise pastel theme. You can test how well the colors in a design work by converting it to grayscale. If it's still contrasting and distinct, you've got a keeper. For this project, I considered using a unified color palette, but I decided that not doing so would give me more room to work in, and because I'm not redesigning the few good ones, there's no point in trying to make the rest match. Number 4. No lettering or seals. Seriously, flags are symbols, and if you have to write the name of the thing on your symbol, you've failed at symbolism. Words are almost impossible to read on flags spotted in the wild. They're either hanging and wrinkled or flapping about madly and may be seen from behind. Vexillologists have a term for certain state flags. They call them SOBs, which stands for seal on a bedsheet, because it's just the state seal on a solid color field, usually blue. I call them SOSs, for seal on a sheet, and because SOS is a cry for help. Specifically, help us design a better flag than this piece of crap. It is worth noting, though, that there are only 4 current state flags which are exclusively the entire state seal on a solid color background. State seals almost always have an outer ring of text saying, "the seal of the great state of wherever," and most other SOS states use only the central portion of the seal, often the state's heraldic charge or coat of arms, but at least have the good sense not to include the outer text. 5 other states include the text, but vary the field, but we'll cover those when we get to them. Number 5. Be distinct or be related. You want your flag to be easily recognized as yours. This is why SOSs are terrible. You can't tell them apart. If you aren't going to be completely unique, you should be related to something meaningful instead. A perfect example of this is the flags of the Nordic countries. They all have the Nordic cross, except for Greenland. Seriously, Greenland, what gives? We all agreed we'd do our matching outfits to this party, but no, you just had to be different, and now you're the one who looks like an idiot. Go change. That's better. NAVA also conducted a survey in 2001 where they ranked the flags of all US states, territories, DC, and Canadian provinces. I'll be referring back to the results of this survey occasionally throughout the series, so I've dropped a link to it in the description. This brings episode 0 of Flagshaming to a close. Episode 1 should be out tomorrow. If it's already out, that means you're watching this in the future. Please leave a comment indicating whether we've been conquered by robots, cephalopods, insects, aliens, or legions of the undead. I presume we'll be conquered by someone, and I just want to know which flag to get. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.